Garamajoba, welcome back to Georgia Real Estate. So, there's good news in Georgia. All you needed to do to get into Georgia from any country is either have the vaccine or a negative PCR test. So you don't even need the vaccine if you want to come here. You just have to get the negative PCR test. It's about, you have to have it before, about 72 hours before arrival. So it makes it a little bit tricky, but it can be done. And then the other good news is after the 28th of March, there's supposed to be you don't have to wear a mask anywhere you go. Anywhere inside. You don't have to wear it outside now, but many stores, you walk in the store and they tell you to put the mask on, so you kind of got to do that. But everything's changing. It's changing for the better when it comes to the Wuhan. So things are looking up. If you're ready to escape from your country, now's a pretty good time to do it. You don't need the vax. You might not need a PCR test either anymore. You might want to, you can look into that. Like I said, everything's changing. Month to month, everything is changing all over the world. It seems to be getting better, at least if you're not in a Western country. But so me, I am headed up north. I'm at a property that I am fixing up. Needs a lot of work, but that's what I do. I like to buy the older houses with big properties that have potential and fix them up. Makes more money that way. Or if somebody wants to buy a property up here, I can do it for you also. So good thing. What happened with this property? I came in late. This was a little while ago already, but I came in late. It was probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. No electricity in the house, which is pretty obvious. It's been empty for a few years, and I have some friends here, some neighbors here. We got the electricity hooked up within probably under an hour. Guy came out. It was already late. It must have been 5:30 by then. Came out, and it was I think it was on a Friday. Came out, turned the electricity on. I didn't even show him paperwork or who I am or passport or anything. Guy just came out, turned it on, left. I didn't pay anything. I mean, I'm gonna have to pay, but it was quite quick. If you have some people to help you, that's what I try to do for people, help them out. So it makes it quite easy for them. Just also, there was no water. Well, there's water here, but it wasn't turned on. Got that turned on. Maybe I'll show you some pictures in the next video or two, but I got the bathroom complete, so now I can shower, which is a good thing. Basically, I just need a place to sleep and a place to shower and go to the toilet. But this one has quite more. It's a big house. It's cold up here. There's still snow on the ground. There's snow in the mountains. It's very windy today. You probably can't hear it, but very windy. I have iron gates out in the front where I can open up and drive my van inside. And there was only a piece of wire holding the gates together. And the wind, it was so strong, it blew these gates open. So now I put a big chunk of wood. Actually, I got wood the other day too. I had some neighbors, some friends that were helping me. I got a fireplace. That's all I have to keep warm. So I'm sleeping by the fire, and they gave me firewood. Now I finally they set me up with a guy who sells firewood. So now I have firewood. Everything's good. It seems quite maybe overwhelming to you or some people. It's a new country. Most people don't speak any English. Google Translator helps. Knowing how to use Google Translator helps also. But it's not that difficult. Even with Google Maps, you can get most everywhere. I'm in a small town way up north here. Actually, you can see the mountains. Other side of the mountains is Russia. That's how far north I am. And it's a little cold up here. So You don't have to, if you want to come, get a new country, have a better way of life, have no hassles, lower taxes, cheaper houses. You could buy big houses, better, well, this is a big house, but depends what kind of condition you want in, of course. I mean, you pay $1 million, you can get $1 million worth of house and property, but if you don't have that much money, which that's what people I work with, 5 and 6 figure people. I tell you before, I have, there's a guy I listen to on the internet, and he deals with, what does he say, 7 and 8 figure people. So you have to qualify really to work for this guy or to have him help you out, but he does more taxes if you want to, you have a big business to, when to sell it and where to go, and trying to find a place that would pay the less taxes and have a good lifestyle. But this one, really, you don't need much money. If you have a $200,000 house, if you could sell it for even $150,000, you could come here, buy a house for $25,000. You got $125,000 to live on. The average person here makes about $300 US a month. And of course, I mean, that doesn't mean too much because usually they live in the same family home and they don't need that much money. Well, it's good to have a lot of money, but it doesn't take that much money to live here. Actually, I used to live in Vietnam. I think I told this in a previous video, but Vietnam is pretty cheap. Georgia is 30% cheaper. Now it's a little tricky with what's going on in the world with oil and all those things, but still not too bad here. You grow your own chickens. There's cows that walk in front of my house. A couple guys, and even just horses by themselves are going by. It's quite easy. I'm just spending my time. I do a little bit of work inside. I go outside. I trim the trees. Trees need a lot of trimming, but I could use that wood, put in a fire. So it's pretty good. Anyway, point of this story is here in Georgia. Last time I checked, and it's probably going to be better now, hopefully, because it's going to be a new month. But all you need is a PCR test, negative PCR test, and you can come in, and you don't have to wear a mask. So it's all good. All right. That's, I think, long enough. Thanks for watching.